हरे हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे हरे, श्री गोपाल हरे हरे। कर चिंतन हरि हरि, कर सुमिरन हरि हरि, कर चिंतन हरि हरि, कर सुमिरन हरि हरि। श्री कृष्ण हरे हरे, श्री गोपाल हरे हरे। जय गोपाला, जय नंदलाला, जय प्रतिपाला, जगत उजियारा, जय प्रतिपाला, नैन विशाला, जय मुरलीधर जय गिरधारी, जय बनवारी बांके बिहारी। भज सुख में हरि हरि, भज दुख में हरि हरि, भज सुख में हरि हरि, भज दुख में हरि हरि। श्री कृष्ण हरि हरि, श्री गोपाल हरि हरि। केशव माधव हे मनमोहन, मुरली धारत सब पुरि झावत, मुरली धारत सब पुरि झावत। जय मधुसूदन जय यदुनंदन, जय बनवारी जगत मुरारी। स्मर केशव हरि हरि, मद माधव हरि हरि, स्मर केशव हरि हरि, मद माधव हरि हरि। श्री कृष्ण हरि हरि, श्री गोपाल हरि हरि, श्री कृष्ण हरि हरि, श्री गोपाल हरि हरि। प्रणाम स्वामी जी।
आशीर्वाद। ओम पूर्णमदः
स्वामी जी आप म्यूट में चले गए हैं।
पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ओम शांति शांति शांति। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं वादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत। ओम शांति शांति शांति। सूत्र नंबर 56। गौणी त्रिधा गुणभेदात् आर्तादिभेदाद्वा। गौणी त्रिधा गुणभेदात् आर्तादिभेदाद्वा। Gauni Tridha Gunabhedat Artadibhedat Va. The sutra contains these words: Gunabhedat, Gauni Tridha. Gauni Tridha Gunabhedat Artadibhedat Va. The meaning is Gauni means secondary, Tridha threefold, Gunabhedat according to the difference of the qualities, that is Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. Artadibhedat according to the distinction of the worshippers as the afflicted, the seeker after knowledge, and self-interested. Va are. See the meaning. Secondary devotion is of the three kinds, according to the qualities, that is Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. And according to the distinction of the aspirants, the afflicted, the seeker after knowledge, the self-interested. In this sutra, Narad was asked, you have described about absolute love for God, ultimate love for God, the supreme devotion for the God. Such love and such devotees are very difficult. They are rare. They could not be found very easily. They are, but they are not so easily available. Many people like us who worship the God and other deities, Narad was questioned, are these devotees who worships according to their gunas, are they devotee or not? Because the absolute love for God is very rare. Tasmin param prema sarupa. Narad has described devotion, param prem, absolute unconditional love. Unconditional devotion to God is the bhakti. It is very rare. Very few people. Many people whom we know, they worship God, but they don't have such devotion, such love to God. Are they devotee or not? This is the question. That is why Narad is giving answer here. Narad says, Gauni Tridha Guna Vedat Artadi Vedat Va. Narad says, yes, they are devotee. There are two types of devotion of the God. One is absolute love for God. This is the first bhakti, primary. And another bhakti is, another devotion is secondary. Gaudi. Gaudi means because of the gun. Gun means the quality. Gaudi. According to gunas. So there are two types of devotion. One devotion is pure devotion, absolute devotion. And another devotion is because of guna. So there are two types of devotion. Gunas are like Sattva guna, Rajas guna, and Tamas guna. These are three gunas. So secondary devotion, it is also three kinds. First, devotion is two types. Absolute devotion, absolute bhakti, absolute love, and another is devotion with guna, devotion with quality. And this secondary bhakti is three kinds. Because guna vedat, he says because of the guna. As we know, gunas are three: Sattvic, Rajas, and Tamas. There are three types of guna. And because of these gunas, we worship the God, but our gunas are always influencing us. So now let's understand this path of the guna bhakti. If someone is sattvic, he worships God because he wants something. In Gita, Lord Sri Krishna says, if you are sattvic, your mental condition is pure sattvic, then your faith will be in the God, in the goddess. You will worship Krishna, you will worship Vishnu, Ram, Hanuman, sun, moon, Agni, Indra, like this. If you are Rajasi, your mental condition is affected by the Rajas guna, then automatically your intention will be worshipping like Yaksharakshansi. Yaksharakshansi means Kuber. Yaksh, the category of the Devas, the below category of the Devas, Yaksha, Rakshasa. And third one is, if your mental condition is influenced by Tamoguna, then you worship Bhut Pretas. Bhut Pretas means like ghost. I remember a story. The story is belong to Madhusudan Saraswati. In ancient time, there was a very learned person, Madhusudan Saraswati, great scholar. He wrote so many books. He did so many commentaries, very deep. In philosophy of the Vedanta, he also did very, very big work. He was a great scholar, great thinker. He was authority. But he was, in previous time, he was very, very ritualistic person. He had faith in the scriptures, absolute faith, no question. And he read somewhere about Gayatri Mantra. We all know about the Gayatri Mantra. Everyone can chant. And everyone knows its meaning also. But Madhusudan Saraswati knew more than that. In scriptures, there is written, if someone practices Gayatri mantra 24 lakhs time, in a particular time, in a particular number, every day, we call it Anushthan. In Anushthan, you are bound to do some number of mantra chanting. You are bound some conditions, how to eat, how much eat, how to sleep, when to sleep. There are so many conditions. Observing such conditions, if someone does 24 lakhs Gayatri mantra, he will get realization of the Gayatri Devi. Gayatri Devi manifests herself in front of this sadhaka. So Madhusudan Saraswati read and he practiced one time and darshan did not happen. He thought something had gone wrong. Then he did again. But nothing was happened. Second time also. He did again, third time. Again, result was same. Nothing was happened. He becomes so disappointed. 3 times he did. And according to scriptures, it should have realized after one anushthan, one practice. He had done 3 times, but result was nothing. So he became so disappointed. And he was wandering, he was roaming here and there. So upset. Because every anushthan at least takes 1 year, at least. It may take 2 years also. So 6 years, almost 6 years, he had passed. But result was nothing. So he was so upset, so disturbed. And once he met a tantric. Tantric, the person who worships Bhoot Prit, ghosts, ancestors. Madhusudan Saraswati met that person and they were taught each other. The Tamsik Sadhak said to Madhusudan Saraswati, I have Siddhi. I can do anything. I have spiritual power. Madhusudan Saraswati said, how did you get it? He said, I have a sadhana, very little sadhana, only for 3 days, only for 3 nights in the graveyard. If you can do that, you also can get divine powers. Madhusudan Saraswati became agreed. He said, okay, I want something to experience. I want to experience something different from this world. So now tell me, mantra, that person who was Tamsi gave a mantra to Madhusudana Saraswati, and he said, he gave some instructions also. You have to go in graveyard and chant this mantra, do these rituals. After 3 days, you will get something. Madhusudana Saraswati did as he was instructed. One night passed. He was so excited. Second night was passed. And in third night, Madhusudana Saraswati heard a voice. The voice was coming from the backside. There may be a ghost, a spirit. And the voice was telling, what do you want? I am here. I want to give something to you. So now tell me, what do you want? Madhusudana Saraswati said, I don't want anything. I just want to experience something, spiritual level. So come in front of me. I want to see you. The voice says, no, I cannot come in front of you. You have so much endowed with spiritual powers. I cannot face you. I am just a ghost. And your powers are so powerful, I cannot face. So I cannot come in front of you. If you want something from me, I can give you. Madhusudana Saraswati became so disappointed again. He said, no, I don't want anything. I want just experience some spiritual level, not material level. If you can give something to me, just guide me. Guide me. I have done 3 times Gayatri Purascharan, Gayatri Anushtan. According to scriptures, I should have had the experience of the spiritual, but I don't have anything. The ghost said, I am very limited. I am not unlimited. My powers are very, very small. And I can tell you one thing to you. If you want to know something spiritual level, you worship Bhairav. Bhairav, Devata. Bhairav, Kal Bhairav, you can call it Kal Bhairav. The Bhairav is the highest level of the spirit level. He can give something guidance to you. Madhusudana Saraswati said, okay, I'll try again. And he worshipped Bhairav. After some year, the Bhairav appeared in front of the Madhusudana Saraswati, and Bhairav said, what do you want? Madhusudana Saraswati said, I just want to know. I have done 3 times all ritual with all conditions. And I am very confident I did it perfectly. I did not make any mistake. Then why I have not yet got any experience of the Gayatri? The Bhairav said, close your eyes. He closed. And he said, now open. And when his eyes opened and he saw there are so many mountains and they were burning. Madhusudana Saraswati asked, what is this? What is this? Kal Bhairav said, this is your sins which you have committed in past lives. They are burning. They are burning. You have done everything. Just one thing is, a small obstacle is in your life. You make it again and you will succeed. Madhusudana Saraswati did it again and he succeeded. Three types. Our mental conditions are three levels. Sattvic level. You want your own growth. Your own growth. You are sattvic. Then we worship Lord Krishna, Lord Ram, Hanuman, Shiva. And the lower level is Rajas. Rajas is when we want worldly objects from the God. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. Rajas. And third one is Tamas. Tamas means the darkness. When we want to hurt someone, Tamas. Narad is saying here, Gaudi Tridha. The Gaudi Bhakti, secondary devotion, is also three kinds. Guna Vedat, because of the gunas. So due to Sattva-guna, Rajoguna and Tamoguna, our devotion is three levels. Someone worships Lord Shiva, Vishnu, someone Yaksharakshansi, and someone spirits. But one thing should be remembered. Wherever you worship, it will go to only Supreme Lord. Here is a mantra. Akashat patitam toyam yatha gacchati sagaram sarvadeva namaskara kesavam pratigacchati. Like any drop of the water which falls from the sky, it will reach to the ocean. Every drop of the water. Wherever it falls, it will reach to the ocean. Akashat patitam toyam yatha gacchati sagaram. Sarvadeva namaskara. Same, everywhere, anywhere we worship. You worship in the water. You may worship in the sky, in the earth, cow, your parents, your teachers, your guru, tree, Himalaya, Ganga, anywhere we worship, it will go to Supreme Lord. That is why Lord Sri Krishna says, wherever you worship, yo yam yamam tanum bhakta sraddhaya architam ikshate. So no matter where you are worshipping, Gauni Tridha. So one is three kinds. Sattvic Bhakti, Rajas Bhakti, and Tamas Bhakti. Another distinction is Artadi Vedadva. Artadi Ved. Again Gita. Again Gita says, Lord Sri Krishna says, Arto Jigyas Artharti Jnani Cha Bhartarshava. O Arjun, there are four kinds of devotee. The first is the devotee number one, who is in miserable condition. We are in very miserable conditions. Now doctor says, I cannot do anything more. Pray to God. No one can do now anything. We are very miserable, critical condition. Then we pray to God. Like story says about Gajendra, great elephant. Arth. Then comes Jigyasu, Artharthi. Arth, Jigyasu. Jigyasu means who wants to know something unknown. Jigyasu means who wants to know something unknown. See, one more thing. The Jigyasu wants only knowledge, not God. He does not have any interest in God. He has interest in the knowledge. That is Jigyasu. Like Uddhav. He wants knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. So first devotee is Arth, who is very miserable like Draupadi, Gajendra. Another is like Uddhav, who has interest in knowledge. Actually, this condition is very, very miserable. Only knowledge, not God. Arth, Jigyasu, Artharthi. Then third one is who wants something, some objects from the God. Oh God, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. And fourth one, the Jnani, Lord says, Jnani tu atmaiva me matam. Jnani is my own self. Jnani is not devotee. Jnani is God. So that is why Narad ji here saying, Gaudi Tridha. The secondary devotion is three kinds, Sattvic, Rajas and Tamas. And another division is Arth, Jigyasu, Artharthi. Now next one. Sutra number 57. Uttarasmat Purva Shreyaya Bhavati. Uttarasmat Purva Shreyaya Bhavati. Uttarasmat Purva Shreyaya Bhavati. See, in the sutra, the words are Uttarasmat Purva Shreyaya Bhavati. The meaning is, then each succeeding one, each preceding one, Uttarasmad means, then each succeeding one, Purva means, each preceding one, Shreyaya for the better, Bhavati is. See the meaning. The meaning says each preceding one is more conducive to the highest good than the one succeeding it. So now we have got three kinds devotion in secondary devotion: Sattvic, Rajas, Tamas, Arth, Jigyasu, Artharthi. Now Narad Ji was asked again, what do you recommend it for the aspirant of the seeker? Narad Ji was asked, what do you think? Which is the better? See, the Narad Ji says, Uttarasmad, Purva Sriya. Narad Ji says, I would say that Purva means the first one, like Sattvic, Rajas, and Tamas. So Sattvic is better than Rajas and Tamas. Sattvic is better than Rajas and Tamas. Then comes Rajas. Rajas is better than the Tamas. Sriya. So Narad Ji is saying, if you are Sattvic, your mental condition is in harmony state, in peace state, in light. If you are in Rajas state, you are in action. If you are in Tamas, you are in sleepy. So according to Narad Ji, he says, Purva. That is why you should try to gain Sattvic Bhakti, Sattvic Devas. You worship Lord Vishnu, you worship Lord Krishna. You can worship, you are walking in India, you can easily see there is a tree, there is a small deity. There are so many deities, so many names. Kshetrapal, Gram Devi, Kshetra Devi. There are so many deities. They are also form of the gods. But you should try to worship direct God. So that is why Narad Ji is saying, you should trust Sattvic Bhakti. If you cannot do, then Rajas. Ultimately, if you are not able to do Sattvic and Rajas, then Tamas also okay. Now, next one. Anyasma saulabhyam bhaktau. Anyasmat saulabhyam bhaktau. Anyasmat saulabhyam bhaktau. See the meaning. Anyasmat saulabhyam bhaktau. Anyasmat means than other. Saulabhyam easy. Bhaktau in devotion. See the meaning. Narad Ji is giving some instructions. The practice of devotion is easier than other methods. Very good question. Very good question. It would be in your mind also. There are so many paths to reach God. There are so many paths. There is path of knowledge. There is a path of yoga. There is a path of austerity. There is a path of charity. There is a path of sacrifices. There are so many paths to reach God. And sometimes the question would be in your mind also, which path is the good? because I want waste. Always I want waste. Waste person, waste house, waste car, everything I want only waste. Waste in the world, waste place, waste scripture, waste God, everything I want only waste. And it is a different thing I get or not. But my desire is to get waste. When spiritual things comes, we always think, what is the waste path? Devotion path is the best, or path of knowledge the best, or path of the yoga is the best, path of the austerity the best, charity, which path is the best? This is our basic question. Because we always desirous about the West. Narad ji was asked, what path is the West path to reach God? Narad ji says, I would like to say you, Anyasma saulabhyam bhaktau. Narad ji says every path is the best path. Every path is the best. Anyasma saulabhyam bhaktau. The only thing is easier in the heart. You can reach by path of yoga. You can achieve that goal by path of knowledge. You can achieve that goal by path of austerity. You can achieve that goal, the path of charity, by karma yoga. Every path leads us to the God. Every path takes us to the God. The only thing is, other paths are very, very hard. Like if you want to do yoga, if you want to go achieve God through the yoga path, it is okay. But your body should be fit. Your body should be fit. Because you are bound to do some yoga, some asana, pranayam. If your body is weak, you cannot go that path. If your body is not supporting to you, the path of yoga is not for you. Another path, path of the knowledge. Yes, this path also can take you to God. But it demands hard work. It demands your intellect should be pure, healthy. Sadhan Chatushtay Sampan, then Sravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasana, ultimately realization will happen. If you want to go through path of austerity, yes, this path is good. It will take to you God, but very hard. See the scriptures, there are so many stories the rishis did so much austerities. So there are so many paths, and every path is perfect. Every path is perfect, complete. So this is not question which path is better. Question is not that. Which path is better? The question is which path is easier. In Gita, chapter 12, Arjuna was asked same question. Arjuna asked the same question to the Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna says, "O Arjuna, we are in body. Our entire thinking, our entire life is related to the body. Our thought process begins from the body and ends in the body. And when we thought about God, imperishable and manifested, it becomes very hard. Because we are attached to the body. So if you think, if you meditate consciousness with the body, your thinking would be easier. Your thinking, your meditation will be easier. Here Narad says, Anyasma saulabhyam bhaktau. There are so many paths. Which path is good, which is bad, this is not matter. Only matter is which path is easier. And Narad says, yes, I agree that path of devotion is easier. If you want to do some sacrifice, yajnas, you must have some money. If you want to go pilgrimage, your body should be fit. You should have to money also. But if you want to do just devotion to the God, nothing is required. Nothing is required. You are enough. Easier. No body condition is required. No any cost. No any creed. No any nation. Nothing. No any gender. No any age. Anyone, anywhere can do the devotion of the God. So Narad says, Anyasma saulabhyam bhaktau. Narad says, I would say that bhakti path is the easier. Very easier. Anyone can follow it. Now next one. Pramanantarasya anapekshatuvat swayam pramanatvat. Pramanantarasya anapekshatuvat swayam pramanatvat. Pramanantarasya anapekshatuvat swayam pramanatvat. In the sutra, words are pramanantarasya anapekshatuvat swayam pramanatvat. The meaning is of any proof other than itself, anapekshatuvat, because of non-dependence, swayam itself, pramanatvat, being of the nature of a proof. See the meaning? Narad is saying, because it does not depend on any other proof, as it is proof of itself. Now the question is, how do I know I have devotion or not? How do I realize? How do I know about devotion? Narad says, first thing is we have to understand this one. What is the proof? Praman. Praman means proof. What is proof? And what is the part of the proof in our life? See, for knowledge, proof is the foundation. Proof is the base. Like, I know this is the rose flower. This is the red color. I make a statement. You make a statement that this is a red. You can be asked, how do you know? How do you say that this is the red? What the proof? What the proof? You will say, I saw it. My eyes are the proof. My eyes are the proof. So our sense organs are the proof for knowledge. Our ears, our eyes, our tongue, skin, nose. This is the bad smell. This is the good smell. How do you know? You will reply, I know it through my nose. So, in knowledge, proof is the foundation. But now take another way. You are hungry. You are feeling hunger. And you say, I am very hungry. I am very hungry. One can ask, so your hunger? How do you know you are hungry? Do you have any proof that you have hunger? What is your answer? I am hungry. I can feel. I cannot show you. I cannot prove it to you. I am hungry like this. If someone has pain in his or her head, then I say, I have headache. I have headache. Someone can ask, how do you know about headache? Prove you have headache. So no one can prove that I have headache, but I can feel that I have headache. I have hunger. I have pain, hunger, and other any mental activity. Only you know. Same. Your devotion is your personal property. It cannot be proved. Your devotion, your love to the God is your personal property, very, very personal property. It cannot be proved to anyone by you. You are the supreme authority. You are the ultimate authority. If you are saying that I am in love to God, you have this authority. No one can prove or disprove. Narad ji is saying here, pramanantarasya anapekshadvat swayam pramanatvat. It is proof in itself. Now, last one. Shanti rupat paramananda rupacha. Shanti rupat paramananda rupacha. Shanti rupat paramananda rupacha. Only two words are in the sutra: Shanti Rupat, Paramananda Rupacha. Shanti Rupat means because of it is being a form of peace of mind. Paramananda Rupat means because of its being of the form of supreme bliss, cha means or end. See the meaning? The path of devotion is easy because devotion is of the nature of peace and supreme bliss. Narad giving some parameters. You can examine yourself. You are right path or not? You are right path or wrong path? You are doing spiritual practices and the consequences should be like this. So you examine yourself. You are practicing devotion. You are chanting Lord's name. You are doing japa, chanting, and everything. Then results should become like this. The first is Shanti Rupatva in your mind. First thing is peace. Peace of the mind. In any condition, anywhere, at any cost, your peace of the mind will remain same. Conditions can come and go, but your peace will not disturb. Mind is calm and quiet. See, Narad is not saying your condition will change. Some miracle will happen. No. The only miracle will happen, and that miracle is your peace in your mind. This is the biggest miracle. Things will not change. World will not change. Conditions will not change, but you totally changed. And this is the bhakti. Change should take place in you, not in the world. Shanti Rupatvat. The devotee of the God will never disturb at any cost. And Paramananda Rupatvacha, if you are calm and quiet in your mind, happiness will follow you. If your mind is calm and quiet, if there is peace in your mind, happiness is your nature. Why are you searching here and there? It is in you, and you are happiness. Paramananda Rupatva, it will never leave you. Only peace required in the mind. Narad is saying here, the devotion will give you the peace of the mind. Not, it will change the world, it will change you. Then, happiness, Paramanand, absolute happiness. Happiness will remain always with you, everywhere. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Puna Puna ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेद विभागिने व्योमवद् व्याप्त देहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्।